Hello everyone. Today's video is about representing multiplication, and this is part 2. Today you will be learning about the array and area model. So once you have your title up at the top, I want you to fold your paper in half vertically and trace that line down the middle just like I have here. Okay, so this first slide is all the information that should go on the left side where you just made your line. Not on the left side of your notebook, but on the left side of the page since we just divided it in half. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at is our multiplication fact of 6 times 3 equals something. So an array is just an arrangement of rows. Just like any arrangement in multiplication, these rows need to be equal. So 6 times 3, when it comes to an array, is going to represent 6 rows of 3. So here I'm just going to use triangles to represent this. This is my first row of 3. Second row of 3. Third row of 3, fourth row of 3, fifth row of 3, and sixth row of 3. As you can see, each row is equal. So here I have row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, and row 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows, and I can see that I have 1, 2, 3 in each row. If I count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I can see that this gives me a product of 18. Now the area model is also represented by equal rows, just like the array. The only difference with the area model is that we use the grid. Just like the grid paper that you can use on your tests to show your work, that's the kind of grid that is used to show the area model. So using the grid paper you should have, I want you to cut out an area with 6 rows and 3 in each row, just like the one I'm showing here. Glue it right underneath the array you just drew to represent 6 rows of 3. So once you've glued this, let's label each row. This is row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, and row 6. And we have 1, 2, 3 in each row. Just like we saw on the array, the only difference here is that instead of using shapes or some other kind of representation, we are using our grid to show the area. So here I would do the same thing, just counting all of my squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I can see that the area is 18 squares. Therefore, my product of 6 times 3 is 18. Both the array and the area model show the same product. Your notes should look something like this to show the array for 6 times 3 and to show the area of 6 times 3. So now this next slide is going to work on the right half of the page that we just divided. Okay, now we're going to use the commutative property to show how an array and an area model can represent that. So since we just did 6 times 3, now we're going to do 3 times 6 equals something. So just like before, we're doing an array, so 3 times 6 represents 3 rows of 6. Again, I'm going to draw the triangles in my rows to show the array of this operation. So I'm going to start right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my first row of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my second row of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my third row of 6. So here I can see I have 1, 2, 3 rows. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in each row. Now I'm going to count them to find my product. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. My product is 18. Since 6 times 3 equals 18, the commutative property tells me that 3 times 6 also equals 18. This is just showing the array turned on its side to show instead of how many were in each row, which before was 3, now there's 3 rows of 6 in each. So now we need to model the area model. Again, remember that the area model is using grids like your grid paper, so we're going to cut out another piece. This time we want a piece that shows 3 rows with 6 in each row. So you should have cut out and glued a section that looks like mine. So now we're going to label the rows again. 1, 2, 3 rows, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in each row. Again, I'm going to count them to verify that my product is the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So here I did see that my product stayed the same as with the array, and according to my commutative property, it should have been 18 just the same. Okay, so now your notes should look something like this. Now what I want you to do is go to the left side of your notebook, divide that page in half, just like we did on the notes right now, and I want you to use the array and the area model to represent 4 times 8 equals something. On the other side of that same page, you're going to use the commutative property to represent, and the area and array models, just like we did right now, to show the commutative property of 4 times 8. Make sure you have that done so that we can discuss in class. Bye.